Hello, bruv. I went to a book sale yesterday and got some books. Let's start this bullshit because I'm probably going to have to make 2 videos because my phone is acting peculiar. Beyond the Body, an investigation of out-of-body experiences. Don't particularly believe in this bullshit, although I have stated that I've seen people shapeshift. So, salesperson number 3134. Pro Walker, Sibley Shoes. What's this shit? Livonia Mall. Yeah. So, I got quite a few of these books on out-of-body experiences, which Candela the Witch stated was what she believed that half a ghost were people traveling out of their bodies to haunt other people. And yeah, let's move on. Adventures Beyond the Body. How to experience out-of-body travel. Intriguing guidebook for those who want to venture beyond the horizon. I don't know if these books have any value, but wasn't feeling particularly great at the sale yesterday, considering I had about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. 9 a.m.'s too early to awake for a book sale. I'd rather go in the afternoon on my off day. This sumbitch and that sumbitch both look like they have moisture damage. The Traveler's Guide to the Astral Plane, the secret realms beyond the body and how to reach them. Listen, there ain't no fucking out-of-body experience. The only time you're going to get that is when you get fucking railed in a car. And I don't mean that way. I mean by another moving vehicle. And then your body shifts from the physical to the metaphysical. That's your only out-of-body experience you're going to have. Astral sex. What the fuck? On to the next one. So I'm going to try to fit all these books in 18 minutes without talking my guts out. I am working on an article for my newspaper, both in quotation marks because I don't particularly take it serious, but then again I do. But it's more of an involuntary reaction to life than some kind of status symbol. So, how to have them and what to expect out-of-body experiences. Throughout history, people have reported spiritual experiences that we now identify as out-of-body experiences, or OBEs. Modern researchers like Robert Monroe have pioneered the scientific study. Astral Travel, your guide to the secrets. And look, they all got this little film to them. Just this grimy film. Your guide to the secrets of out of the body experiences. Another book. Twilight Zone. Another book that's got moisture damage. Pete. I wonder if that's the same Pete who was dating this girl I was in love with, and he worked at a gas station. He beat the shit out of her. He said, "I'll protect you, baby girl," even though she was older. Of course, she went back. I think she got her face bashed in some more, but yeah, it's kind of Laurel Palmer. All right, I gotta get moving here. Psychic Self-Defense by Dion Fortune. This is another book that has fucking moisture exposure. Not much, but it has it. After finding herself the subject of an extremely powerful psychic attack, Dion Fortune decided to share practical information on various methods of psychic defense and how to safeguard yourself against paranormal malevolence. Okay. The Occult Conspiracy, Secret Societies, Their Influence and Power in World History by Michael Howard. Oh, what's this? A little picture of a Illuminator. There he is. Illuminator. Jacques de la Malloy. It is little known fact that for thousands of years, secret societies and occult groups, guardians of ancient or esoteric wisdom, have exercised a strong and often critical influence on the destiny of nations. No. This is all accidental, and there's these people movements in the crowd, man. They get behind Bernie. Go, let Bernie go. I said Bernie lives in fucking 3 mansions, has a fucking $80,000 car, and he's a communist. But there's a great movement. No, they're all picked, you dumb sons of bitches. I mean, just think amongst the people that you know, and there's little cliques, and then the hierarchies of power. But no, it's not going on at a worldwide level, just in your little part of the world. What the fuck is this? You just tape over what you don't like. Joyce Carol Oates' Haunted Tales of the Grotesque. I don't know if these are her own. I hope not. I was hoping it was like a collection. In the title story, The Haunted, the pubescent Melissa and her best friend, the sexually precocious Mary Lou. Oh no, Ron DeSantis is going to ban this one. Ban it. These are probably all by her, aren't they? Citation to Joyce Carol Oates upon receiving the Ray Awards. Listen, Joyce Carol Oates is garbage. One of the most magical things about Joyce Carol Oates is her ability constantly to reinvent. Now, shut up. She's not good. She's rubbish. Not fool ourselves here. All Hallows Eve, Charles Williams. Introduction by Tears Elliott. This is the only book that really interests me because this guy died in 1945. So the book probably has some merit since it was probably written long before then. Or maybe it wasn't. Was a man of unusual genius in several kinds of writing. I would probably read this book. Conspiracies and Secret Societies, The Complete Dossier by Brad Steiger. Got a lot of books by Brad. And this will be another one I never read. Ron Brown, I wonder if that discusses the Clintons killing him. Probably. Houdini. I don't particularly like magic. But Houdini was not only into magic, but the paranormal. And unmasking the paranormal. I don't know why they put a bunch of Satans around Harry. I know there's a cheater and all that shit, but I don't know why he's equated with Satan here. It is my wish that all of my darling beloved mother's letters, also the 2 enclosed letters, shall be placed in a sort of black bag and used as a pillow for my head in my coffin. What? And all to be buried with me. The 2 letters, one that I wrote to Ma before my marriage, and the love letter from my dearest wife, all can be buried with me, and they are of no use to anyone. My wife may read the letters if she desires, and then let her place them under my head. I have loved 2 women in my time, my mother, God bless her memory, and my wife. My sister I love, so when I mention 2 women, she need not think that I do not love her. Added later, I love her as very darling sister. My actions in the past have proven that, I hope. With the jewelry found, Bess should keep it a year and then do what she likes with the same. The big jewel I bought I bought in England. Give to my sister Gladys. Yeah. Wittgenstein and Derrida. Henry Stanton. I usually get books by Wittgenstein because they're usually worth money, even though this one's got a fucking clipped off end. The heightened function of language by which Kant attempts to establish transcendent rules for the cognitive functions of consciousness is, from this point of view, only the hyperbolic expression of transcendentality. Then transcendentality that shows up in other conceptions of rules. It was one of Wittgenstein's main purposes to unmask this widespread transcendental conception of rules and to offer an alternative, non-transcendental view. Wittgenstein thought that we commonly misconceive the way rules function in such a way that rules come to seem a unique kind of predetermination of a process. Speaking of words, the word museum by Jeffrey Kasich. I know I have another book by this guy, and it's probably this book, just with a different title. No, there it is right there, Forgotten English. I wonder if that is author of Forgotten English, you dumb fuck. It says it right there. There it is on the shelf. Enter a gallery of wit and whimsy. Has the largest and most dynamic collection of words ever assembled. oh, is it now? What is this thing? The hell is that? Kent Street ejectment. Taking away the street door, a method devised by the landlords of Kent Street, Southwark, when their tenants were more than a fortnight in arrears. Wait, so what'd they do? Just took their door off? That's fucking brilliant. Key of the street. What is this? A person who has no house to go to at night, or is shut out from his own, is said to have the key of the street. These sick bastards. Hey, you're homeless, key of the street. Get out there. You know, it's one thing to state the fact, but to call somebody the key of the street. Not cool, buddy. Tolstoy's Dictaphone. Technology and the Muse. I'll be honest, the only reason I got this book was because I just put away that book on Tolstoy and whatever Tolstoy and something else. And his mistress, was that what it's called? Was that what it's called? Don't remember. When the great Russian writer Tolstoy was first offered the use of a brand new invention called the dictaphone, he refused it, saying that it was sure to be too dreadfully exciting and would distract him from his literary endeavors. For this provocative launch of the Grey Wolf Forum series, Sven Berkerts invited a number of literary writers to tell him how they were reacting to the technology. Shut up. How boring do you have to be? Daphne du Maurier, The House on the Strand. I've seen a couple of her movies, read a couple of her books. They're not particularly frightening in that gothic manner, but they're somewhat interesting. Set in the wilds, the Cornwalls. Don't go fucking landscape on me, Buster. Coastline, The House on the Strand concerns a young man's experiments with hallucinogenic drugs and his travels back and forth in time to the mysteries of the 14th century England. Gradually growing more involved in the lives and emotions of the early Cornish manor lords and their ladies, he finds his own life pale in comparison, and the presence of his American wife and stepson's a hindrance to his newfound existence, and this ancient modern Gothic tale will grip the reader until the last surprising twist in Daphne du Maurier's intricately woven plot of today and yesterday. Which is kind of ironic since, hey, wait, those people have a storm shelter over there? That's curious. I won't show you the house, but just notice that. Usually because their gate is closed. Anyway, I've got 3 minutes here, so I got to hurry. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, except I research people who are boring as hell and not even like barons or knights or kings. The roots of English, and they're local, pedestrian. Most of them are half-wits. The roots of English, a reader's handbook of word origins. Mes G2 to not, hence make a GC mesh. What the fuck is this? What did I get myself into? Is this just an absolute the roots of English? So these aren't even words; they're just the roots. Leo, Lud, go little. What the fuck did I buy here? Laku, body of water. Get this out of my life. Our Own Words by Mary Helen Dohan. The making of the American language from its Anglo-Saxon roots and its beginnings among the earliest settlers and pioneers through the development during centuries of immigration and social change of the American English we speak today. Hopefully there's some ephemera in there. It feels like an ephemera kind of book. Let's see, shit. What year? 1974. Our Own Words. Let's get one page, and I'll read it until I'll take us out with it. You write it, and I'll read it. I'll play it out. I'll play us out. Is that Dickens? From Factory Village, despite the admiration for them expressed by Dickens and by Harriet Martineau, rose a cloud of smoke no bigger than a man's head. Portent of strife to come. Labor reform was in the vocabulary. So was scab, both as a noun and as a verb. Transitive and intransitive. Worky meant a factory worker. With workyism, its derivative to describe a political doctrine upholding the rights of labor. They, my God. So yeah, that's my that's the payload here. Oh, there's a couple other books. One on the devil in Latin, and then another one, The Intransitive Vampire, or The Transitive Vampire, which I already have over there on that shelf. And I was tempted to buy a second one. I'm like, what are you doing, Bob? Just stop. And for once, I just stopped and gave up.